and call the meeting of the Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting for February 16th to order. Please note the members that are in attendance tonight. We're going to start with approval of minutes, and this is back from November 10th of last year. That's how long it's been. I will take a motion to approve the minutes.
I will move to approve the minutes
Okay, and,
as presented.
okay, and I will second that motion. Do we have any changes, any discussions, anything? Okay. Anything? Bill, you good? Okay, so with all of that, all in favor of approving the minutes as written,
Aye.
please state by saying aye.
Aye.
And then, all right. You don't have any reception of delegations. All right, on to fun and exciting things. Nomination and election of secretary for the next year. So with that,
I will nominate Beth Cheney to continue in her role.
okay. And I will second that nomination. So I guess the question is, are you willing to do that for
I will
another year?
accept, yes. I will accept.
I don't know what we would do if she didn't. But she accepted. All right, so with that, all those in favor of approving Beth Cheney to be the secretary for another year, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we're unanimous. There you go. How easy is that? Thank you for doing that for us. We appreciate it. All right, so we're going to go on to unfinished business, and we have a lot of that. So, Lorena, you want to take it away?
Alrighty. The update on Bollinger Park Phase 1, CDM Smith submitted the plans to the county on Monday, yay. So it's going to proceed through their review and comment process. We still hope to have their review and approval and our planning commission review and approval process to the point where we can release an RFP in the spring and hopefully get some construction. We're gonna split that out. It's gonna be one RFP for the parking lot entrance, clearing for the trail and all of that. And then a separate RFP for the rubberized trail itself, because that's a specialty. A lot of contractors don't do both. They're more than willing, they're more than welcome to bid on both, obviously. But so that's good news. And update on park improvements, general park improvements at Memorial. The tennis and basketball court project was awarded to Mid-Atlantic Asphalt, and they will schedule our work for when the temperatures warm up a bit. The asphalt has to have a 50-degree consistent temperature, and the acrylic has to have 60 degrees. So yeah, that's gonna be a little tricky. And the asphalt on the basketball court has to cure for 30 days before they can put the acrylic topping on.
Oh, wow.
So it is gonna be, you know, a little more protracted than just a quick job, but that's all right. It's going to be worth it. When it's finished, they're going to look amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. So, let's see, the pavilions are going to be painted white on the interiors. So that'll be nice, look a little bit cleaner there. And we're going to install a concrete floor in another pavilion. I'm going to go with Pavilion 1 and just proceed down year by year. So, and we're going to replace the concrete floors of these smaller pavilions along Park Drive, the
Okay.
little open ones. Those floors are all cracked up. They need to go. And the gazebo is going to have rain gutters installed, so the rain doesn't short out our outlets there all the time. So that'll be good. At Roberts Mill, we did submit a formal request to the county for a modification to the forest conservation easement deed. So that way we can clear and seed a grass pathway from between 32 and 34 Amicus Street down to the park. It was approved, the county approved it, so they're gonna be drafting that deed modification. And then once we receive that, we'll of course have our city attorney review it. And then it'll go before council for approval and whatever, so that we can get out there and mow it and seed it. So that'll be nice. Connect that out there. I'm hoping that the prospective Eagle Scout that I met with at the end of the summer, last summer, will indeed pursue the dog park construction project, which we would partner on with them. If he doesn't, we do have monies budgeted, so we can at least, get a rough dog park up, the fencing and, the signage and a couple of homemade features, logs and tree stumps and stuff like that or whatever, until we can, get more money. That's if he doesn't, if he does partner and he does his project, then we can use some of that money for the store-bought features and such, ramps and all
Where
kinds of
will
fun
that be
stuff.
located?
That's gonna be at Roberts Mill.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the other side of the pond where the small pavilion is, up near the woods. So it'll be kind of between that pavilion and the woods. Yeah. Let's see. Also, we are going to remove the old seesaw at the playground there at Roberts Mill. It's just beyond the point of fixing anymore. And we're going to replace that with a xylophone chime, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, so it's far enough away from nearby residents that nobody's gonna get annoyed, hopefully, with the music. So that'll be nice. That'll actually be done this spring when we can get in there and get that out, as soon as that equipment's in. And we are going to also install a wood rail fence at the edge of the Food Lion property because, just to keep people from driving onto those fields. It's probably not gonna be anything like a privacy fence, probably just gonna be a simple split rail, but it'll deter them from driving onto the fields. So that'll be good. We're also gonna be replacing those wooden athlete benches out there on those fields with proper aluminum benches with backs on them, so that'll be nice, yeah. Yes. Oh, I believe it will remain in the budget. It wasn't cut the first time around, but at Roberts Mill, we'll also be putting some additional lights up there. So that will enable them to have more playtime there and leave THS Park for softball. So that'll be good. Speaking of THS Park, the storage building construction continues as the weather permits. The grant notice that we got for the skate park rehabilitation, which is very exciting, got $136,464 to go towards that. That's the Community Parks and Playground grant. Okay. So I was very happy to see that. We'll get that official award notice in May, but it's already in the governor's budget and everything. So, and we're already listed for it. So that'll be nice. I'd like to release the RFP and award a contract and get the construction started by September. If we can't do it earlier, it's all gonna depend on
For
when
the
the
skate park?
state-
Okay.
Yes, it's all gonna depend on when the State Board of Public Works gets it pushed through on their agenda, because that's the final piece of the puzzle. Once they approve, then we can go.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, and dugouts. There's money in the budget for fiscal year '23 to put dugouts at the softball fields. We're gonna cover the lower fields, and then softball is gonna cover the upper field that's adjacent to Roberts Mill Road. So that'll be nice for them. Festival Park, the old house was demolished. Everything's cleared away. Hardly even tell that there was a house there now, so that's good, because that was kind of a hazardous situation, so all done. Do you want me to just keep rolling on?
Does anybody have any it's
Any
a lot of.
questions so far?
It's a lot of, it's not like you weren't busy at all. Oh, my gosh. Does anybody have any questions so far? It's a lot of information, so, okay. Well, then, for right now, then just keep rolling.
Good? Okay. Update on capital improvement projects. As you know, we reviewed them all, and we, shuffled what we thought was appropriate. So we submitted that to the city manager, along with all the narratives, and he's working on compiling all of the departments into one big, capital improvement plan. So he'll get that ready and present that to the mayor and council at a future meeting for them to review and approve. So, lots of stuff for you guys to review.
When is
Yeah.
that scheduled? April
Right, February 23rd is the budget
is the
workshop.
workshop, okay.
Right, but I'm not sure when.
Budget starts when, and you start really talking about it, April,
Yeah,
I guess?
I think.
I'd assume
I know
they'll go
I know
after.
Jim was trying to get it all ready and put on the February agenda, but that
Okay.
just didn't happen. So maybe March, maybe he's
Maybe
gonna go for
earlier.
March.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Additional miscellaneous updates. We did purchase the used golf cart, a 2014 Easy Go electric cart. It's green. It's in very good condition. So that'll be handy at events and such. And it's got a utility bed or whatever
yeah.
on the back. So that'll be nice to take ice out to vendors or haul stuff around.
Yeah, that'll be sweet.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We also purchased the hayride wagon from Mr. Sewell. He is liquidating some things, so that's good. We got a really good deal on that. And it was the wagon that we used at the Harvest Fest.
Okay.
So it was I think the nicer of the two wagons
Do you have anything else
that he wants to get rid of.
the city would find use for? I'm just curious.
I don't know, I can check. The guy,
Couldn't hurt if
yeah,
he's trying to unload
right.
stuff, maybe we could,
You never know,
yeah,
to use in the park
That
store.
the city could use, yeah.
just roll that giant pumpkin thing.
Right.
For
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Harvest Fest.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe we could get a good deal on that one.
Right. And here's something really exciting. I love the way you introduced that at the meeting. We're switching to a new porta pot vendor.
That's exciting,
Yeah,
yes.
right. The old units are going to be removed on February 24th. The new units are going to be installed on February 28th. So obviously, there's a few days gap there, and it's over a weekend. So I'm going to be putting a notice out there on Facebook and everywhere else, please be aware when you go to the park in the next couple of days, there aren't any porta pot facilities. But these are going to be all brand-new units. The handicap units are larger, so I think it'll be very nice.
I think so.
So, yeah. some of
Right, was the vendor that we currently have, it's just because we couldn't get new units? Is that the reason? I know
right.
you asked for new units.
For 2 years, yeah, I've been
And
asking.
nothing happened.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, they just were not able to procure any for whatever reason. But we went with the new vendor, Smith's, who's out of Frederick. We're getting new units consistently. So, and their pricing was, I think it was $200 more for the year. So, yeah, I mean, it just.
I think it's completely worth
more
it to
sense.
get new, yeah.
Definitely,
Okay.
yes, with doors that actually close easily and lock, yeah, exactly. Let's see. And like I said before, lots of RFPs are going to be going out this spring. We've got the 2 for Bollinger. We've got the 1 for our mowing contract. That'll be going out in March, bids due in April, and the contract awarded at the May meeting. The Memorial Park expansion engineering, going to be soliciting bids for the engineering services. Hopefully that'll come in at a reasonable price so that we can get moving on that, because July 1st, 2023, the funds for that engineering are going to be kicking in, so got to get started on that. Any questions about any of that so far?
No, it's just a lot of information.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
we're good.
Alrighty, update on 2022 events. The first one coming up is the Easter egg hunt. That's going to be Saturday, April 9th. I hope for good weather. The hunts are going to begin at 1 p.m. I went back and I reviewed all of the notes that we had made after the Easter egg hunt last year. So we're splitting the age groups into 4 age groups, 3 and under, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and then 10 and older. And we're just starting the hunts at 1. We're not structuring specific times for each hunt. It's just everybody, you'd better be there at 1 because we're just rolling one after
Yeah.
the other. And then I know, Kelly, you and I have been wondering about the supplies. I found a supplier who has the pre-filled Easter eggs, candy, and toys or whatever for like half of what we spent last year. Or the other route we can go is just to purchase the empty eggs and just buy the candy and the toys separately and fill them ourselves. My question is, last year, I think we had almost 1,500 eggs, and they were gone, yeah. So this year I was thinking 2,000, but do we think 2,000 is gonna be enough?
I was really thinking 1,000 per age group.
You think
But
so?
I know I mean, that's ridiculous, I know, but I mean, that would keep them
Busy for a while.
busy for a little while, maybe 5 minutes instead of 2.
Yeah, really, I know. It was a whirlwind, yeah.
But I mean, if it was well-attended and I would think
Yeah.
1,000 per age
It
group,
was,
but
it was well-attended and everybody seemed eager to be there,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
excited to be there. That was the thing that made it,
yeah. It was really,
I mean-
it was really nice, yeah.
as far as budget-wise, I mean, I don't mind contributing to the cause to make sure, we do something big. I don't.
Right. What's the cost difference if we buy the pre-filled ones versus?
Yeah.
If we buy the pre-filled ones, it's $130 per 1,000.
Okay.
Versus if we buy 1,000 empty ones at $85, but then we purchase candy and the toys
That's probably about the same.
separately, right? It
then
actually,
you have to have volunteers to fill the eggs.
yeah.
Right, the time.
Well, and I know last year Kelly and I we got the pre-filled, but we went through because in shipping, some of it pop open and who knows what.
Right.
Wanted to make sure
Yeah.
everyone had something in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It probably will be a little bit more to do it ourselves,
Right.
cost-wise, unless we can get like Kenny's or Food Lion to donate, some candies or what have you. The toys, I mean, they have to be small, obviously, to fit into
Right.
the eggs,
Right.
so that we'd probably end up
I mean,
buying.
you could go
on a
to the
discount
dollar
price.
store for that too, for the little,
Yeah, we could see what we could find there.
Yeah.
But if we're talking 4,000,
That's a lot of eggs to stuff.
it is.
that is a lot, and it's a lot to order too. I mean, or to shop for.
Right.
We'd be we'd be hitting all the
I
dollar
wonder if we could,
stores.
yeah, do 2 and 2.
What if you did a little bit of both?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 and 2. Yeah.
Right, I mean, that would, and
I mean,
that
it's
would
still a
mix
lot,
up
but
what
yeah.
you have in them too.
Right, that's
Get a little
true.
bit more of a,
Variety.
I mean, we could do the toys, like the ones, because they either had candy or they had little toys.
Yeah.
For the smaller kids, and
Right.
just like buy just regular candy for the older kids.
That's true. I don't know if a 12-year-old is gonna want a little.
Right. They
So
don't
I
want a
also
little
know
bunny.
that in the past, when we've done egg hunts like at school, Texas Roadhouse will donate like their little kids meal coins. Like I wonder if we could find
neat.
something different.
Yeah,
mix it up.
yeah.
Maybe even like put them in golden egg. You know what I mean? Like have an
Right.
inset, like,
Ooh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, I will look into that. And see what we can find. So, we can I'll just order like half. Do we feel okay with going with 4,000?
I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
1,000 per
I,
each.
I,
There were a lot.
I think if there were a lot of kids and like they were like that, I mean,
I mean, I think there were kids last year that didn't get any eggs.
I know. Well, some of them
'Cause I know my
arrived
own
later
kid
too.
gave up.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I know
right,
there were kids like splitting up their
Yeah.
little baskets. So
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll do that then. And
and maybe we should announce it starts at 12:30, but really do it at 1.
right, everybody get there. That's right.
Just so because you're always gonna have that, when Johnny did, I don't know.
Yeah.
don't
Well, I think
know.
that was the problem last year when we had the age group structured with set times.
It was-
Some weren't arriving until later.
Right.
But then we had already just run
Yeah.
through them, yeah, so. Okay, all right, so I'll order, we'll do 2,000 pre-filled and then see what we can do about 2,000 empties and stuff our own.
I feel good with that, and as I said, I'll contribute to the cause. Do you feel good with that? Or do
Absolutely,
you feel,
yeah.
Okay. Do you feel good with that?
Yeah,
I'm thinking
whatever.
like, even like if you called like Mr. Tim at No Anchovies, like I'm sure they would put something in, even if it was like, you know, a 10% off coupon or,
Well, and if a place has something that they want to donate that's too big to fit in the egg, you can always
Right.
just number them, and they could bring
And
the
tell
number
them to come to the,
you,
Right.
yep,
pick it up.
That's true.
yeah.
Put it on a little slip of paper and fold it up really
'cause
tiny.
didn't we have, did you have something last year where you had, oh, that was for the baskets. What are we
Right.
doing about the basket?
We are gonna order the Easter baskets again, so it's gonna be one for each age group, so there'll be 4.
Okay.
And then that'll be like the same thing as last year, raffle tickets. We'll hand those out to everyone. We'll make announcements before everything kicks off. Did everybody get a raffle ticket? If you didn't, come up to the table and get one. And then we'll just call out the number like we did last year after each hunt and then in each age group. We could either do that or we could wait until the end. It's probably not gonna take long to roll through 4 egg hunts. I mean, the way they go. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then just call them all out.
okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Plus, we'll have the Easter bunny there. I do need a volunteer to fill that suit. Do you think your dad would be
I'm
willing
sure
to
that
do
he would do it. I feel like he fit the suit perfectly.
He did. He did. He really did. Okay. Would you mind reaching out
I
to
will
him?
reach out to him.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And will we, obviously, we're gonna need more volunteers, because, right, I mean, just from the candy cane hunt itself,
Oh,
just
yeah.
the little area that we did, people were all around,
right.
and like, you have to make sure, like, you can't, you
Right.
have to rope them off, and
Yeah.
we'll need a lot of room if we're doing.
We will. Yeah. Well, last year we had the 3 dedicated areas because we had 3 age groups last year. So just pick another area.
Okay.
And then we'll go with that. And last year we just used like a couple of those plastic sign stakes. And then, oh gosh, the length of crepe paper that I used all over the place.
Okay.
And the balloons, and such like that, and signs. So I think we'll be all right with designating the areas and all that. So, and if we've got 1,000 per age group, I think we'll be pretty good.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that. But yeah, we definitely will need helpers, obviously, to hide the eggs. And I mean, I guess at
right.
some point it's almost going to be like just scooping them and throwing them out on the ground.
All right,
because
calling-
there are gonna be
right.
areas that are,
Yeah.
especially for the little ones, I guess, yeah. But anyway.
Sure, take it down, just throw them. Yeah, they don't care, just unless they get
That's
eggs,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
really.
they'll be happy.
Be like at a parade, throw them out. There. Okay, so more info on that as we move along, but I'll go ahead and order 2,000 of the pre-filled, and then I'll just go ahead and order the empties, and then we'll work on filling them
Yeah.
with whatever, and get the donations and such, see what we can find. All right, and then the next event after that is Earth Day. So we're going to do our Earth Day cleanup on Saturday, April 23rd, from 1 to 3. And thinking about the suggestions made after last year's cleanup, I think Emmanuel had suggested like maybe having a food truck or some kind of, for the volunteers who have done the cleanup all day. I was thinking of a cookout, just doing a cookout at Memorial. Just get
I
the
think
grill
that
out
would be
there
really
and,
nice.
yeah, have some drinks, some sodas and such, and cook up some
Right.
burgers and hot dogs and have some snacks out there, and there we go. as a
Bring your
thank you.
bags back to Memorial Park,
Yeah, exactly.
cookout. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I did sign us up to receive free trees this year. Living Land and Waters Foundation they have got a project called Million Trees Project, and they send out specific species of trees. They're little saplings. They're like, 16 to 24 inches tall, usually bare root. And you can get, every year it's different, there's a different limit, but this year it was like up to 200. So we only asked for 25. We asked for
Okay,
25.
I was worried.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, really. Oak trees, over cup oak trees. So they're nice oak trees. So we will, if we get those in time before the Earth Day cleanup, would like to put them actually at Bollinger between 194 and Piney Creek. There's a stretch there between there and that agriculture, the road that goes back to the farm. That probably could use some more trees, just as sound screen from the big trucks rolling down 194.
Oh, that would be perfect,
Yeah.
actually.
So, like I said, if they come in by Earth Day, then if we have some people who sign up who would rather do the tree planting than going out and cleaning up, then we'll just traipse out there and get those planted. That probably won't take a lot of effort because, like I said, if these trees are only 24 inches tall, I mean, a couple of shovel wiggles and then, yeah. So, yeah, that's right. Let's see, the next event after that is, one of our most popular, the fishing derby, woo! Saturday, May 7th, registration, again, opens at 8 a.m. We're gonna have the same 4 age groups, 5 and under, 6 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 15. And I'm gonna put a call out on Facebook for volunteers to help measure fish. I think.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it seemed like the volunteers we had last year, we were just running around trying to cover a lot of ground. So the more volunteers, the better, because those kids were catching those fish left and right. It was great. So, and I think we're getting more volunteers these days. I'm getting more inquiries about it, so that's a good sign.
How are we doing every
So
participant?
I did reach out to the Lions Club. I gave them our schedule of events and let them know which ones we would need food trucks at. And then I asked them if they would be present at the fishing derby, if they could give a free hot dog and drink to every contestant. And by free, meaning we would not be invoiced later.
Free.
For them. Exactly. I did indicate that if they couldn't offer it for free, then we would just basically do it ourselves. We'd seek discounted or donation from Kenny's or Food Lion for some hot dogs and some sodas and drinks or
Okay.
whatever.
And when did you give them to touch base with us by, or
Well,
just so we
yeah,
know?
I'm going to be following up with them in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll discuss and at their next meeting and then let me know. So.
Okay.
Then the big one, the first big one, the wine festival, wine, art, and music festival. The word is getting out there. So far, we've got 11 craft vendors, 6 food vendors, 8 beverage vendors. I'm going to be sending another email out to potential craft vendors, new ones that I'm trying to curate out there that I see at other festivals and stuff like that. And then I'll be putting out a general invitation, vendors wanted. And then I'm also going to be starting the phone calls. I think that worked well last year when you took the time to call them and speak to them personally.
Yes.
For the beverage vendors. So I'll be doing that within the next, I'm starting tomorrow, so I'll continue on. Unfortunately, Wine in the Woods is the same weekend. So I know we've already lost Elk Run, who apparently was, a staple. Julian felt really bad about it, but he was like, we've already committed for that we do Wine in the Woods every year. So it's unfortunate.
What is
but
the date of the wine festival here?
May 21st. Yes, May 21st. So, and Wine in the Woods is Saturday and Sunday, so it's a double event. So, but hopefully, we'll fill in the blanks and get some more on there. We already have one of the beverage vendors who's already signed up to serve at Harvest Fest on the tennis courts in our beer garden, but I think this is going to be a cider garden because it's Hawk Knob hard ciders.
Okay.
So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah.
I like that.
That's
Yeah,
exciting.
so, and if we get a brewery to do that as well, that'd be fine.
That
That'd
would
be
be
great
great,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. The Maryland Microbrewery Festival at Union Mills is the same day, September 24th. So, I know.
Oh
like,
my
sorry.
gosh.
Well, it's one of those things, we're gonna run into this because
Always.
when we're selecting our dates, nothing is published yet, a lot of times. And it's not until after we've already publicized it and invited vendors and everything and said it that,
Right.
oh, well, that event's happening. Well, what can you do? I think we'll get a good draw anyway. So that's all I have for unfinished business. Any questions on any of that?
No, I think, are you good, Bill, or do you have questions?
No, I'm good with this.
Good. Have any questions? All I'm gonna say is hopefully with Bollinger, like, once all this comes to fruition and we're starting, like, it better be a big ceremony to put shovels into the ground, because
Right.
we've been talking about this.
How
for
many years?
A gazillion.
Oh, my
I
gosh,
don't have an
yeah.
actual number, but it's
Yeah.
something that I remember, like, coming into Taneytown, and it was
Wow.
talk of, so.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Obviously, this is big, and it's been talked about for years, so for it to even just start to happen.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna be a big deal, so,
Yeah, we'll definitely have a groundbreaking ceremony.
wonderful.
Absolutely. That'll be fun. And then the whole ribbon cutting dedication too, as well.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so, all right, well, that's a lot. So, all right, let's go into, I guess, new business with your budget.
Yes, the draft budget was submitted. I met with the city manager, Jim, and Barry, our finance director. A couple of adjustments were made, but only a couple of things were cut. So I was really pleased with that, yes. The areas of largest expenditures are same as in previous years: events, materials and supplies, and maintenance and repairs, and then, of course, capital.
Yep.
So, but everything looks really good, so.
So what got cut, or that you had in the budget?
There was the $9,000 for the sidewalk, the connector sidewalk between Park Drive and Cureleaf
Okay,
down at Memorial Park.
okay,
That was cut. So, and that's fine. I mean, at some point, we'll get that in.
right.
I think Jim had mentioned that possibly there's a state highway program where they might, retrofit for sidewalks. So I'm gonna check into that.
A grant, yeah.
Yeah, basically a
absolutely.
grant, yeah. So I'm gonna check into that and see what the details are, and maybe we can get that done through that avenue.
Yep,
And I feel like there was only one other thing cut.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
And I
so
feel
that's
like it
great.
was under, it might have been under maintenance and repairs, but I don't recall now
Okay,
what it was. Yeah, but everything
sounds
passed through with events,
okay, good.
so that'll be good.
So we have enough, like, to get the supplies and for Easter and all of that?
Yes,
and Balloons
Right.
and,
all the good stuff.
okay, all right.
Yeah, yes.
I don't want to break your budget just on Easter.
Right, yeah. Well, the biggest, the hit right off the bat is Independence Day, the fireworks.
Yeah,
They are pricey, and we're getting the discounted rate for not even having it on July
4th,
4th.
yeah.
Yeah, the prices went up, as they are with everything. $6,200 this year. Last year it was $5,500, yeah.
Okay.
So, that's just the way it is, yeah. But,
well, I think
I'm in
that was
trouble getting
successful.
fireworks from Japan and China.
right, yeah.
I think it was a success last year.
It was beautiful. It was a
Obviously,
fantastic show.
It's worth it, and brought a lot of the community together, so
Yes.
we can't let that fall.
No,
Okay,
and that's all I have on that.
okay. Does anybody have any questions? Bill?
Oh,
It's a lot to take in.
It is a lot. Thanks for all that you do.
Yeah, 'cause you were very busy from, November to now, so. But I'm so glad to see all the movement, the shed at the high school park. It's fantastic. It's very exciting, so I
Yes,
can't wait.
fabulous.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
can't
park is
wait.
really gonna be revamped between the new storage building, the dugouts, the skate park, rehab project, once that's all done with the concrete, plaza and features. And the new playground that's there, it really is gonna look nice, really nice, so.
Very exciting, so thank you for all that you do.
Oh, sure, well, thank you all for your support and everything you guys do.
All right, so,
and every time I answer one of your emails, I tell you what a good job you're doing,
Thank you, and I appreciate that.
because I mean it.
Yeah.
She has been quite busy. It's amazing to see how much has been done, so, and I know it's been appreciated even on council. You know, everybody's impressed by, you know, your updated info and how thorough it is, so we appreciate you.
One note, I'm glad that the Festival Park project has been kicked up the ladder a little bit. Because, like I wrote to you, I hope to see it open before I kick.
That's how I feel
hope
about
so too,
Bollinger
yeah.
Park.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I
we're like-
feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you just want to be like, and I'm good. I'm gonna walk away
Right.
after that because it's been that long.
Right.
Like we've talked about it, but
been
is it gonna
forever,
really
yeah.
happen?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
All right. So with that, Councilwoman Fuller, do you have anything from council for us?
No, I mean, you kind of stole my thunder just in that they are so, everybody is just so happy with how thorough you've been and how, you know, everything is just moving forward.
Right,
It's a
just with her-
well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
Yes,
with her
absolutely.
information, it's like it's a no-brainer. Like it's like, oh, you put that. Okay, that makes total sense. So.
Fantastic, so yeah.
Well, we're a great team. We're making good things happen. It's exciting, for sure.
Yes, we
Shows.
are. For sure. Okay, so with that, Madam Secretary, do you have
I do not.
nothing to discuss? No comments?
No.
Okay. Bill? Any comments?
I have commented.
You have commented. All right, no public comments. So then we'll just go to this. So our next meeting date is scheduled for March 16th. We're going to start at 6:30 with Taneytown Athletic Association. And then we'll roll right into our advisory board from there. So with any of that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, I will second that. All in favor to adjourn for the night, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we're unanimous. All right, see you in March. Thank you.